started recording. Oh, dang it.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, dang. All right, here we go. All right. Hello, everybody. How are you? Hey, y'all. All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Melanin Inspires. Y'all, we have our girl, Elaine again here. Woo, woo. So we're going to be having basically a little bit of girl talk, honey, and let all of this melanin inspire you, baby. So, lady, tell us, how are you feeling today, girl?
I'm feeling very good, very excited, very inspired and ready to inspire others.
Okay, I see, girl. So tell us, basically, you have a business, and you just recently launched a clothing line. So, yay! And it is online. So tell us the name of your business and a little bit about that.
Okay, so the name of my business is Chillanies. It's Chillanies. It's on www.courageouschillanies.com. And a little about my business, it was inspired by me just wanting to provide a more clean look, more options for like women of all sizes. I feel like in Jackson we don't have enough of that. Just going through the malls myself, being a person that loves to shop, is never enough. It's never enough choices for me myself. So I'm like, okay, why not do this for all women? Because I just feel I didn't want to just focus on my size. I wanted to just do something like a variety for all women and just make them feel comfortable enough to know that, she thought about everyone, not just herself. Because I did see a lot of that. I just saw a need and I wanted to provide. So.
Okay, cool. So when you say as far as clothing for you, you're a little shapely now, girl. You tall, but you and a little skinny, but you're very shapely. So when you say it's hard to find clothes for you, are you saying because of your shape you can't find?
My height is something major for me. I find stuff that do fit me in my size a lot, but not with my extremely long legs. So it just to take away from me like the awkwardness of like I don't like trying on clothes a lot.
Oh girl, me either.
Right.
I hate trying on clothes.
And I know my size like to the T. So when I get home and I'm like get ready to go somewhere, I get on those jeans I just bought. I think I'm gonna be cute. No, I want it out. So that was just my thing. I'm like I can't do this no more. So I just was like I gotta do this. I gotta bring this. I gotta do this for me and do it for other women because I want to be able to include, other women, and it works. So I'm happy.
It does work. Because I know, like, when you originally basically launched your website, you sent it out to, some girls, and you were like, hey, tell us what are we doing right? Is the website professional? Basically, give me feedback. And I think I told you, I was like, I love the choices. I love everything that you have. I was just like, add a little African print or more print, stuff like that. But that was stuff that you were already working on.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So is that in the works as far as more prints?
It is in the works. I've been looking as far as variety of going to vendors and things that I can get my items from. I do still want to keep that. I want to open it up in variety. I love that idea that you had, by the way. I was like, ooh, yeah, that's something. Yeah. But it's I want to make sure that I can get it for all sizes.
Right.
I didn't want to just pinpoint to one size, and that's been something that I'm still working on, trying to find that vendor that I can get a lot of different sizes for. I've seen a lot of stuff smaller sizes, and I already got enough of that on there. I need to, expand. So that's pretty much what I'm still working on with it.
I love it. I love that idea too, and especially when it comes to African prints and stuff. That's something I know I want to see. Because honey, listen, we need some Wakanda. We need a Wakanda. We need a Wakanda clothing line, girl. So that's super awesome. As far else, when it comes to your business, what do you feel about as far as the network? As far as getting your brand out there, what is challenging for you?
Okay, well, challenging for me would be finding time to get to network, other than through Facebook or social media platform itself. I work a lot. A lot of people know me for my work, but they don't know me for who I am. When I say that, I mean just being me, just being it now, knowing that, because a lot of times, they get the serious side of me. Right. to, go for it and let people see, like, oh, okay, to shop with me. I want you to know who I am. I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to know that I am here for you. I'm here to support you. It's not all about $1. I can go do other stuff if I wanted to just make $1. But I just wanted to do what I love, and I love serving other people. So networking for me has been something that has been challenging in that aspect. Time. But I'm working on that, trust me.
I mean, I absolutely agree. Especially being an entrepreneur and having a full-time job is very, very hard, because when you're getting your business off the ground and it can't fully support you yet, it's extremely important for you to have, your main income, right, and still have time for your business and still have time to get out and network. For me, I mean, I can't exactly recommend anything for everybody, but what I find that works best for me is just when you're doing live videos, or when you're out and you see something on Eventbrite, like a brunch, or if you see a cocktail hour or something like that. It's been plenty of times where I did not want to go to these events, because you're working all day, but maybe happy hours from 6 to 7 or 6 to 9 or something like that. It's an excellent opportunity to just go. And I actually ended up meeting my business partner, Anthony, at a mixer. I didn't want to go, but I went and I was like, what is this? It was really, I don't know, it's very, if you're not used to branding yourself, and if you're not used to being out there, being in the open and speaking to people, it is eye-opening, but you go there and you realize that other people feel the same exact way. We actually had our mixer. We do it every month. Emerging Black does our mixers every month. And I had a guy come in, and he was he literally walked in. This guy's tall, he's big, muscular. He walks in and he's like, is this the Emerging Black mixer? I was like, yeah. I'm like, hey, how you doing? He was terrified. He's like, do I gotta wear my name badge and all this stuff? I was like, well, if you put this name badge on, and I'm introducing him to people. So I think it is helpful too when you do have your mixers and business events and things like that. If you have somebody like a liaison, almost hey, this is so and so. Let me introduce you to
the icebreaker.
Exactly. So you don't come in and feel some kind of way when it comes to those events. Right. But networking is something you have to do. Right. You have to do it. You absolutely have to do it. And I love Courtney Sanders. Shout out to you, girl. She's an empowerment coach, and she says your network is your net worth. Awesome. You are who you hang around. If you're out there and you never know who you're going to meet. So find that network of people and consistently, continue to build your brand, because it can't build if people don't know who you are. Exactly. And I think every business needs to just get out there, especially if you're not known yet. But one day, all of our brands will be known, girl. Real soon. So talk to me.
I'm ready.
Girl, listen, we all ready. So when it comes to mentorship and things like that, who do you look up to as far as a woman? What woman has influenced the way you do business or the way you live your life? Who is that woman?
Okay, so I would have to say, for me, I don't really get the opportunity to hang around a lot of women as far as mentorship wise when it comes to business. I can say I have watched my mother. She went from doing hair full-time internationally to being a school teacher to just support all the way around the board. Now she has a great dance team at the church, and my mom is a go-getter. So I can say a lot of my drive do come from watching my mom over the years. And apart from that, I can say I've always been that person to open up. I did open up to my aunt, Terica. I think you know her, yes. And she specializes in marketing. So that was something that I just was one day just talking to her, and she was like, okay, we gotta sit down and we gotta get this. Everything she told me, I never forgot it. Yes, I love Tara, because I was talking to her too, and all of us kind of have the same mentor. Me and her have the same mentor. I shout out to Miss Ella Fair. Hey, shout, how you doing? But Miss Ella Fair, and she has shown your aunt, when it comes to business and nonprofit and things like that, how to run that business. So the fact that you're getting it from her, she got it from somebody else. So I think that's super dope when it comes to generational wealth and generational knowledge. You have what I call these Naomis, these older women who are giving knowledge, and then you're passing it down. So that's super dope. Yes, it was awesome. So I was just pleased that I was able to even brush shoulders with her at that moment that she seen that I was trying to do something, and it's like even when I didn't believe in myself, just having people like reach out to me and say, hey, we need to meet. I see you trying to do this. Let me help you. You know, and this man, I'm like, okay, like, I'm like, thank you, because like even like I work a lot, so it's like, oh my god, like I gotta make time for this. This is, you know, this is the time for it. So let's do it. And so that kind of helped me. And then I joined the Girls Career Network. It's started by a girl named Alana Brown. And it's awesome. It's a 1,000,001 women in that group, and everyone, kid you not, I believe, if not, maybe, I believe everyone in that group owns their own business. And it's like,
yes, come on to the Black entrepreneurs.
Wow. Who knows? And they will like to, you know, mention your name like for your services. I've had people reach out to me. I've reached out to other people. Like they just bounce around. They bounce around ideas, tips, and things of that nature. So, being that I do work a lot, and consistently, there's like a 24-hour like mentorship line.
Right.
Like they're there. So it's awesome. I'm happy that she, you know, stood up and did that, because that is something that was a phenomenal idea, and it's working, especially for someone like me. So,
right. Again, it works a lot, and I love that, because even that in a sense is networking. It's getting your brand out there, and a lot of, I think, relationship building, and a part of your success in business is you partnering up with other companies and other businesses, which is again something that Emerging Black does, because we love our mission. We're very community based, very community oriented. We love partnering up with any kind of small Black owned business owner and saying, hey, you want to put on an event? Let's do it. Let's all work together. So that's dope, girl. Okay, I see you. So something else for you. Talk to me about, as far as your business, what was the beginning stages for that? How did you even, I know you mentioned that, you know, because of, you know, your shape and your height when it comes to you having, right, when it comes to shopping. What was the process for that?
This has been something that I have been pushing for years.
You said 4 years or for years?
4 years, like not 4 years, but 4 years.
3 years,
like,
okay.
This has been something since I actually came. I was still in college. Shout out to SCSU, up here in South Carolina, Orangeburg.
I don't know what that stands for.
South Carolina State University.
Okay. What year did you graduate?
I did not graduate. I left in 2015. But going there, I went to college. I didn't know anyone, and that helped me grow up, and it helped me open my eyes to a lot about what I wanted to do. I was able to be to myself and to pour into myself, as well as have others pour into me at such a young age, because I did go when I was 18. So it kind of helped me to do what I would have did had I not do what I would have not done if I would have stayed in Jacksonville.
Right.
You know, you get out of high school, you know, you start like, okay, I'm grown. Like, you know, I was like, okay, you ain't grown yet, girl. But it gave me time to actually, you know, build, like, think about what's your next step. You would think, you know, I'm going to college to graduate, get my bachelor's degree. That's my next step. I'm going to be working in my career.
Right.
You know, I found out what I wanted to do in college, and I wanted to basically connect to fashion, and my ideal thing was I want my own clothing store. And that's what I knew I wanted. It took me 2 years of college, but you know, it was already there. But I was like, you know, you get that idea, like, okay, man, you may want that, but that may not happen for you. What are you gonna do? And I'm like, it has no choice but to happen. I got that attitude.
Right.
The beginning stage was I started doing wholesale. One day I was sitting down and I'm like, it's not gonna come to me, you gotta figure this out. And I just was like, okay, I'm gonna do something. So I went Google wholesale, like, you know, let's see, you know, what this is about. I did YouTube videos, like, you know, it wasn't really much of an answer out there. Right. So I was like, okay, you gotta create this start for yourself, and that started for me. I seen people, you know, it wasn't really big back then, people reselling. It wasn't really big back then when I started tweeting that I knew of. Like, I didn't see that a lot on Facebook, you know, my news feed. I didn't see it a lot. So the beginning for me was I did wholesale. I invested some money. You know, it was around tax time. You know, you're young. You know, you can blow your money on anything. But I said, I'm gonna go and rack up on some clothes. The girls like going out. You know, you're still in college, so this was easy. easily I spent $200 and I made $700 and I believe $783 to be exact. I'll never forget that. Like, I was home late at night till 2 o'clock in the morning. Like my dorm was a shopping. Like I had dresses hanging up everywhere. Like,
oh wow.
Yes, my roommate was out at the club. I was home. I had girls coming in. They was like hitting me up. How would you sell stuff? I ain't got nothing to wear the night of like special events. It's homecoming weekend. I'm like, I'm home making money. Like that was the start of it for me. Like I was like, I can do this.
I think that is so funny.
It's funny.
Oh my God, that is so funny. The fact that, girl, you had your own little hustle, 200. But I mean, that's a business. That's what business is you selling a product, and the fact that you could make that big investment. That's a $500 investment that you made. Or profit, $500 profit. That's awesome. I kind of want to go back to something you said earlier. You said that you basically found yourself when you moved out of Jacksonville. And I think it's funny because I know me and my friends actually have been having this conversation when it comes to you moving out and getting on your own, how much of yourself, that you eventually find. And do you think that, of course, you mentioned, that you moving out helped you grow up a little bit more, but would you suggest to anybody to just go out if they can and leave Jacksonville?
It's not about leaving Jacksonville. It was about finding that leadership mindset. I was forced to care for myself more than normal at that age, as opposed to, knowing I'm on the street, I get in trouble, she's coming, being there, my mom is 3.5 hours away from me. Like, you better do what you gotta do, I do have my dad. Like, she had back at home taking care of my other brothers and sisters, so it's kind of like, you need to do what you gotta do, and it's your time to show your mom whatever she has taught you that, you listen. So it kind of like that kind of kicked in for me, and again, like mentorship was something that I didn't really get like growing up like that until graduating, and I sought out to find that because I knew that even though I was young, I was like I don't want to wait until I'm old and still be trying to chase my dreams.
Right.
Like while I'm young, while I can move, I need to get out and get to people that I could find that can help me, and I mean. Even if it wasn't like physically like something I was going to be doing, like as far as having somebody physically there, it was like you already know what you want to do. So I basically built on skills that I knew I could build on, and I don't think I would have had to move away to do that. But moving away helped me because of mentally in my mindset. Like I have a big family. I have 7 brothers and sisters.
I'm sorry. Wait. You said you got what? 7
brothers and sisters. It was all together. And my mom.
Oh, wow. Are you the oldest?
I'm the middle child.
Okay.
Yeah.
The middle. What number? 4. Number 4. Okay. So you're a little. Okay.
Yeah. I'm number 4. So for me, it was my mom was always clustered with the whole day-to-day sibling, mom thing, y'all growing up, everybody graduating, what y'all gonna do? And I'm like, I'm ready, I want to be a psychologist, we just throwing something out there because it's like, that's just a thing to do.
Right, you had to pick something.
Yeah, that's something I love talking to people and I love encouraging people. So I'm like, I'm gonna be a psychologist, I'm gonna help heal some people mentally, get them out of bondage, whatever is bothering them so they can go be their, natural selves, so they, be happy. So that was my thing. And it was for me, so I don't, back to the question, I do not feel like you have to move away for that.
Right.
But if you feel like your environment is not going to allow you to grow to this, you need to grow to be happy and, enjoy the things you need to do, then I would encourage you to move away. You can move, you don't have to move away out the city, but you can take some time
separate yourself.
Yeah, separate yourself, like whatever it took. And that was good separation for me. I even had separation anxiety a couple times. I'm calling my mom, come back. And
I bet she was like,
no.
You ain't but I think that's cool. Yeah. And it's needed though because especially when you're into this routine of being with mom and dad when you're in college and you're at that young age. So mom and dad they're not always gonna be there. So I do understand, when you go off, like that's it. You're by yourself and you're in this environment where you are forced to grow up and fend for yourself and figure out, now I need to make more adult decisions.
Exactly.
Because, you're an adult now. So you have to live like an adult. Something else you said I thought was interesting was when it came to college, your journey wasn't that typical, okay, let me go to college for 4 years and then you know, I'm gonna graduate and then find some corporate job. That's not your story. And I think that's so beautiful because everybody's story is not the typical go to college. Some people literally go to college, do a year or do a semester, and flunk out. Some people go to college and they're like, you know what, this is not what I'm gonna do with my life. Let me take up a trade, let me start my own business. Some people go to college and you know you're taking 10 years instead of 2, you know, or the typical 4. So everybody's journey isn't that typical 4 years.
Right.
What did that do for you as far as you not having the typical let me graduate kind of mindset?
Okay, so I can honestly say like it kind of like at first it was negatively affecting me. I'm like I set out to do something, I didn't complete it, what I'm gonna do. Even though I had this going on, you know, you're doing good, you know, you're making your profits, you know, whatever, but okay, you set out to go to school, are you gonna finish school? So for me, I did like try to chase that when I originally got back in Florida, but it was not for me. I'm like, Eleni, if you would be able to stay in South Carolina, like that's how I felt. Like, why did you leave? I started asking myself, like, you came home to do this, but I had pressure a little bit, like from my parents. It was kind of like, you know, I'm like, okay, they invested a lot in me, even I invested in myself too. It was like, okay, Eleni, you gonna go make them happy, or you gonna do what you got to do for your life to make you happy. And of course, you know, I had that talk with my parents. I'm like, I'm gonna go back to school. So for me, at first I did let it get to me, but once I actually realized like this is your life, like you gotta do what makes you happy. And I'm like, financially, you know, the whole point of school was to, you know, have that backbone of a career so that you can be a successful young Black woman. And I'm like, I'm gonna be successful. These things are in stone for me, but the point of view of the perspective that was being taken originally just changed a little bit.
Right.
So it's kind of like, don't hate me bad, you know, don't still love me. So I kind of, for me, like I said, at first it did take a negative toll on me, but I kind of like, as I progressed and I seen myself, I did get a corporate job when I got back here. And shout out, I'm still, you know, there. And it has helped me. Like, it helped me a lot. And I never in a million years would have thought I'd be in a corporate setting right when I first got back here. But I just felt like, you know, again, I'm very spiritual. God had everything planned out for me. It let me know this is where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be doing this, that, and the third, and I'm doing just that. And I'm doing well. Like, it's working for me, and I'm happy.
Come on, honey.
So
I see it too, girl. I see your follicles, they flourishing. Your edges, honey, they just crying out to the Lord. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
But
thank you. So it worked out. It's working out, and I'm happy. And I will be finishing school. I do not have a date on it yet, but
and you don't have to. You don't have to. And again, this goes back to the conversation of you. When you're putting yourself on society's timeline, it's like you go to school 4 years and then, you know, you get married and then you do all of these things. In reality, you're literally just being you. Like, you're literally living your best life, whatever God is calling you to do in that moment. And you're, you know, obeying Christ, and that's all that matters.
Right.
Honestly. So when it comes to success, what is your definition of success?
I believe you're most successful when you're happy. I feel like everything else is additional. Success is when you are doing something that you would do it for free if you could, like if it was needed. And don't get me wrong, I've done a lot of things. Like, I've given away outfits. I've had people like, oh my gosh, like I've made so much profit that I'm like, girl, you need something, well, just hit me up. Like, because I've had like recurring people, faithful people buying stuff for me. I'm like, girl, you need an outfit? They're like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, girl, like, I got you. Like, you know, I make my profit off you, girl.
Don't put your fist.
So it's like, when you like, for instance as well, like I'm like TBJ. Don't label me as one thing. I've done hair. I know it was at first it was a passion of mine, but I knew that I wanted to do fashion. Like, so that it kind of just rolled back over. Like, this is not what you really want to do. Hair was something again my mom did internationally. You know, watching her grow, so I can do this and make good money. It was at that point it was about the money when I did that. But when I came into fashion, I'm like, I would do this for free if somebody needed me just that bad. Because again, it's exposure, it's networking. Like there's so many benefits you get out of doing things when you really, really, really love doing them. So for me, that's kind of like my idea of success is just when you just out there doing the thing, like you said, living your best life, and you are happy. The bills paid, you good, you looking good, you feeling good, smelling good. Hey,
that's all that matters. So when it comes to like little girls, or not even little girls, just younger women or younger people who are younger than you, what advice would you give them?
Don't give up on your dream. Don't let no one tell you you can't do something. Even if no one is the one. Like for me, no one around me was doing what I was doing. I couldn't think of what now I can actually. But immediate family, I couldn't think of one person like that owns a business or anything. I'm like, okay, this is something foreign to my family. So for a long time, I couldn't talk to them about what I was doing because I'm like, they're like, girl, get out my face. So it was like I had to like literally like that became a thing too for me. I gotta get around people that's like minded like me. Like not that they didn't have these same like aspirations, but it was like they didn't believe that, you could have it, and I believed it. I don't know what it was, but I'm like, it's gotta be for me because I'm just so adamant about it, and I ain't got no foundation yet, no experience or anything. Yeah, so that's for young women. I would just say that when you get that urge, that it's that thing that won't that I'm sorry,
passion, honey.
Yes,
passion,
that thing that won't leave without it taking place in your life, then you know it's for you. That's what I would tell young women in this world, even young men. I know a lot of times we want our women to be stronger, and I just feel like you also want to the man is important to you. You gotta marry them. You gotta be the nurturer to them too. So it's kind of like you still want to encourage like on the way up too. Like you can do what you do. So just for anyone, like I would always like say, don't let nobody stop you. Once you get that urge to do something, and again, be consistent. Consistency is actually key. I wouldn't have my online story had I gave up when I didn't have nobody to help me. I was like this. I actually just one day I was like, you know what? It's like people say it, but I don't think they really understand what they seem like. It's so much out there on the internet. Like those words, like for a month straight, I tell you no lie. In 2017, those words played in my head over and over again. I'm like, just Googling. That's how Shalane, Shalane's got here. It's courageousshalanies.com because of the A Courageous Woman brand that I am pursuing as well. And I just wanted to tie them into each other. But that's how Shalane's was birthed. The internet. I would not sleep. I would get off work at 10 at night, and I'm like, I can't go to sleep without at least trying. Like I kept trying. But I'm like, it gotta be a way to do this. It gotta be a way to do this. And I didn't have no help. Like it's not easy reaching out to someone you see them doing what you want to do and say, hey, can you show me how you did that? They like, I put my money into this, I put my time into this, and you coming along, I guess it's like you want it easy. Don't get me wrong, someone asked me for help. I feel like it's a lot of money out there, so nobody can step on your toes.
Right. It's for you.
Yeah, it's for you. So I'm just happy to be able to be one of them people to be able to open the door for a younger woman if she was to come to me and say, hey, can you help me? Because I have no problem doing that. I'm too talented to not be able to say, let me help you. Like selling clothes, like that they sell themselves. They cute little pieces. You walk in the store like, okay, you look cute over there. Let me grab you real quick. They sell themselves. Like you just gotta sell you, and have your backup. That's all. Like it's too much out there. So I would tell them, don't give up.
I love that. And I think you basically kind of just eliminated all of the excuses when it comes to I was by myself. Like you literally said you didn't have any help.
Yeah.
You were doing the research on your own for a whole month straight, figuring out what kind of pieces you wanted, figuring out the best way to go about your business. So, that just goes to say that there isn't any excuses even when you're tired, because even as a business owner, you're just naturally going to be tired. There are literally going to be moments when you want to quit, you want to mess up, you start to second guess yourself and figure out, like, who am I? All right, God, are you really calling me to this? And then there's so much money and resources and finances and time and energy, late nights that goes into a business. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me go be regular. You know, let me go. It is very normal.
And people don't think that's normal. But of course, you're not going to think that if you have not tried to start your own business.
Exactly.
You know, if you have not done this, you know, it's not good to connect with people that have not done what you're trying to do. And feel and think that you're going to get to where you're trying to go, like anytime soon. Like you're going to have to go to people that has, even like, a lot of times, like you can do a different approach. I learned that too. When you see somebody doing something that you've already done, you don't go to them and ask them to show you how they did it. You go to them and ask them, what was your experience with this? You know, it's different questions you can ask to get to where you're trying to go. You don't have to go off the bat and say, oh girl, well, who you went through to get this? Who, you know what I mean? Like, cause it's like, okay, that's that part. It will come to you. It will come with time. Like, there's so many open doors, and again, the internet was my resource. I would tell anybody, read. Whether you're cracking up a book, open a book, or you gotta do your research. You have to. It's there. That's all I can say.
I love that. And the resources are out there. Let's go back a little bit to when it comes to, you said you were reaching out to older people, like, hey, can you help me out? And they were like, no, sis, listen. About that life.
No, it was like, they would again, they would give me advice. And it's like, okay, I don't need advice. I need to know what next step I need to take. You know, like I did this. Can you lead me to this next step,
or at least connect me, to the right person?
Yeah, but that's how I learned. I feel like there is no right person, because I feel like a lot of people that did get to that point. At least I haven't gotten to that level where I can meet people that actually was able to do the process a certain type of way. Like I guess on a more like professional level, I would say, because that's pretty much what that is, where you can go like, okay, boom, boom, boom. Like, okay, you got your money, you up front, boom, boom, boom. You don't get your money talking for you. You move a little faster. So I'm not, not at that level yet, but we coming. But it was kind of like, so for me, it was just reaching out to those people. They would give me advice. And I was like, okay, I need a little bit something. Like, I did have one young lady, I cannot remember her name. She do own a shop in Jacksonville. And she was like, because mind you, my original idea was I want a physical store. I didn't want an online store. I'm not an online girl. When I say, I mean, like, I love people. Like, I wanted a physical facility where people can come in and you can greet them. The whole show. I wanted to just shake the whole city. Like, I just wanted to, like, I was ready. And she was like, again, like, I was like, okay, I'll do that. Like, at first, I was like, this ain't what I want, but okay. Like, that's how I felt. Like, I was like, okay, let's see what this is about. She was like, I came to her, because she had a physical store. I'm like, can you help me? I was like, how do I do this or this and that? She was like, immediately, she stopped me and she was like, do you have an online store? And I was like, no, I don't want an online store. Like, seriously, like that. Like, my whole spirit just went down. And she was like, why? And I was like, I don't know. That's not what I want. I'm going after, the head. That's what I want. And she was like, I think you need to look into doing an online store. And I'm like, why? Like, I didn't say this to her. I'm saying this to myself. Like, at first I felt like she was putting limitations on me. So, off the bat, you start thinking negative. And I'm like, you know what, Elaine? Like, maybe she's not wrong. Like, you can do online store. You still working a full-time job. You don't want to, because I had saved up money. I'm like, okay, like, can you help me? I'm ready. Like, I did that. And she's like, I think we need to do this. And when I realized that she was not going to give me the information for a physical store, she threw me everything for that online store. She was like, I don't want to say she threw me everything. I still had to go do the research she gave me. It was just a bunch of information that I wasn't really like willing to sit down with the time that I had to really look into. And I was like, okay, this is a lot. But so I ended up, I did refer back to it a couple times, like for certain reasons, but I went in to do my own research. I'm like, let me do my own. Okay, I just felt like, she opened up my mind to it. She opened up my mind to do an online store.
Mm-hmm.
That was not where I was headed. As of 2018, that I was in 2018. Let me see how this went. Okay, so I did have the idea for an online store. However, I made up my mind I wanted to do a physical store. I'm like, I don't want an online store. I don't want to have to, mail stuff out to people and do all this stuff. I just want you to come in, spend your money, you go. But my life, she made a good point to me. She was like, you young. I know, you can move around. She gave me all the, the goods about having an online store. And I was like, I ain't never think about the fact that, you do this physical store. You're going to have to be there and all this stuff, decorating, all that stuff. That wasn't on my mind. So I was.
So it was like a bunch of expenses you weren't,
right. I did.
Since the store was free.
I knew I'm like, okay, find a location, get these people, get like you just rent a building. Like I'm like, I'm gonna rent this building, I'm gonna put my, go get my mannequins and throw my stuff up in here, get my little cash register. That's what I'm thinking. Like, small business is gonna just so blossom. I want to be the next Fashion Nova. Like, it's gonna get there. But I was at that moment, I was like, okay, she was right. So I was happy that I did do the online store because I'm able to be more versatile.
Right. With
my options, doing a physical store, you buy that stuff wholesale, it's yours. Like, ain't no returning because you don't, I don't need this no more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to put that stuff on, discount. And with my online store, I can do drop shipping. I can change my options like this.
Mm-hmm. Have more control.
Exactly. So I would definitely say that helped me a lot.
And I love it. I love the online store. So how is your online store doing right now at the moment?
It is doing good. It has been slow, like lately, but I'm assuming it's because, summer coming to an end. I got a lot of summer stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
But I just, like, when I first started, I was so happy because I had people that I didn't even think, they say, like, people that know you're not going to support you, going to be strangers. It was people I knew. It was like they was waiting for me to drop the online store.
For excited grabbing stuff.
Where y'all was at when I was over here about to cry?
That's regular, girl. The struggle. Right. But I would say, too, like, before you even say that, when I looked at your options, I was like, Oh, okay. Like, I was surprised because it wasn't filth. It wasn't stuff that you can literally just buy, off a regular off the street. This is like quality stuff that looks really, really nice.
That was my thing. I'm like, it's me, it's my brand. Like of course, like I like luxury, but you want to get it for a cheaper price.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't like being that, being spiritual. Like I don't like to, show my body. Like, it's the thing to do nowadays. I'm like, girl, like, you can look real cute in this dress,
right,
coming to your knees.
Yeah. It is possible for sure to still be classy.
Exactly. And I definitely like that has been something like, because those items are so cheap. So I know why people go for those items to sell first because it's a piece of cloth.
Yeah, like Forever 21. We're going to talk about that Forever 21. But it's so hard going even in any store, like you said, because I'm a little team thickums. So,
I'm trying to get
listen, sis, I'm not kind of being a lose some weight ministries. Thank you. But it is hard, a little harder for me. So I might shop at the thrift store. And now I'm just starting to shop online for stuff like that. But when I do go into a store, it's like, okay, I don't wear a lot of quote unquote revealing as far as like, breast out and stuff like that. I want like a nice little, body dress or something that's, a little more classy, and it's hard to find.
It is.
It's very hard to find.
Yep, and I wanted to create that environment. And of course, like, again, like you said, like for like the more fuller figure women, like they don't want, not to put on this, and I'm not even gonna lie, like for me to be my size, I'm in the club and I'm pulling down, my dress. I'm like, I ain't got time for this. Like I bought this dress, but I want to just be comfortable,
right?
Cute. And I'm there doing this, and I'm like, trying to make sure I don't look like come get me, girl, but still I look like I know you see me. Like, so that's kind of the look I was going for. And I did want everyone to be comfortable. I come from a church background, so I wanted my clients to be from every kind of type of woman that you would think of. I even know, like,
Not
if I needed to be, I like that hustling mindset. I'm like, yeah, don't be surprised, y'all. Go to my website and see some stuff.
Ladies coming at you, all right?
Yes. So that's kind of the mindset I took. I'm like, I want people, and again, a lot of my friends, like, they don't wear revealing things. So it was kind of like, okay, like, I wanted them to be comfortable too. So it was kind of like, okay, like, and then don't get me wrong, like, growing up, I always got compliments, like, even though, like, it take me forever to put something together. I know people probably don't know that. Like, I don't even have accessories on right now because it's like, for me to find the right accessory, I'm like, I gotta feel it. I gotta put it on. I gotta say, this go with this outfit. If I don't feel that way, I'm not wearing it. And it's okay because my outfit, my piece is like a statement in itself. I try to make sure that I love rompers. And when I originally started my online store, that was my go-to item. I'm like, I want, and it's a one piece. Like, you ain't gotta find no shirt. You ain't gotta find no skirt. Just get those shoes, get them accessories, get that hair right, get that makeup, whatever it is you need to feel prettier. And you got that one piece on, and when you take it off, it's off. When you put it on, it's on. You good. Like, that was my thing. I'm like, people know, like, the luxury of rompers. Like,
I love a good one piece, honey. Especially when you got your curves just right. You know what I'm saying?
So when I thought about that was my go-to item. And you'll see a lot of that on my website. Like, originally, I'm like, and I love a good romper for professional reasons. I do feel like being a woman on the go, like, you're gonna constantly, I can wear it in a corporate setting, I can wear it from going out with my friend girls, getting some drinks. You can wear that to a birthday party, you can wear that anywhere, and you're gonna look chic, in style. You're gonna feel beautiful. You're gonna know that, okay, this was the right outfit. I did this. Even if you're just going like a play date, you got children. You're just going like, you look cute, girl. Like,
right.
you look this. Like, really put some work in there, and all you do is throw on your little one piece. So I love it.
I love it. All right, girl. So I want to be here all night, but we can't. So, so tell the people, basically, your IG, Instagram, website, all the good stuff. How can everybody get in touch with you?
Okay, well, you guys can find me on Facebook. My biological name, Elaine Gant, ALANIE Instagram is The Real Elaine. It's The Real _Elaine. And what's my Snapchat? Pretty Wishes _23.
Yes, pretty.
Don't judge me. That name was created when I was 23. I was still, I'm only 25, but still, I was just trying to rush and create Snap just for the networking purposes. But yeah, that's how you can find me, and I hope to see some new faces and some new people, especially on my website. I love the whole going live thing. I just see live, like, people there. I love that because that just gives me my boost. So go ahead and give me my boost. I love it.
You're so silly, girl. Well, thank you again, Elaine. Girl, thank you. Thanks for coming on, y'all. Thank you again for tuning into another episode of Melanin Inspires. I will be back again soon, and don't forget to let all this melanin inspire you. All right, y'all, have a good night. Thank you again for tuning in, and we will see y'all later. Deuces.